Bonjour and welcome to a new video. So if you don't know me and are new here, I am Isabelle Arnay. I'm a French illustrator and comic artist, and today I want to show you the inside of my watercolor sketchbook. I haven't done it in a while, so it should be nice. So my sketchbook here is all handmade. I do my own sketchbook. I have made a video about it previously and I will put a link somewhere so you can see how I do it. So basically for this one I used fabric that I had lying around. It's actually a part of old pants that I cut and transformed into the cover of my sketchbook, and I printed this flower from a lino cut I had made a while ago. So it was a test to print on fabric and I think it worked great. There is a little here with my initials, it's my signature. So let's go. I don't know when I started this one, but I wish I had a date somewhere, but I forgot to put the date. I didn't do the first page because, as you can see here, it's not very comfortable. Maybe I should have done something, but I must say this is not my favorite watercolor sketchbook. I made a lot of personal illustration in it, and usually this kind of watercolor sketchbook I do more landscape studies and stuff like that. We'll show there is some a little bit later, but well, there is some personal stuff here. I never finished it because I think my pen died on the way, so too bad. Here I tried some ink, see which one would resist water, and this one did a little, but still not perfect. This one worked well, so I was happy to at least have one. Yeah, here a little watercolor. It's a little too shy to my taste, but I still enjoyed it. Here are some studies, gouache studies. You see there is still a lot of space, but I don't think I will fill it in because I don't know what to paint here. I wish I could do some more studies, but I think I just want to finish with this sketchbook. I often go on Reddit, and there is a subreddit called Reddit Gets Drawn, and I picked up these two people from there and made their portraits. It's really great to improve. Some random sketches. Here I tried the ink I showed you earlier. I just tried on actual drawing to see what it could be. So this one it's actually half of a study. I was here on site as there was the overall mood, but I tried to simplify the shapes and make an illustration out of it. So it turned out that way, and I really like it how it turned out. There is another one just like it right here, and like the previous one, I was on site there was this little house and all the trees like that, and I just arranged the illustration to look more simple, and I think I like it. I want maybe to do more like that. So here I tried all my watercolor at the time, and I started to do my own watercolor, and as you can see here there is a date, so we can think that the sketchbook started before April 2019. So here you have the first test for my homemade watercolor. I also have videos about that. I made my homemade watercolors, and you can see here how it looks right now. Oh yeah, you see the blue, it's homemade, and I'm still doing some tests, and the blue was a big mistake because there is too much glycerin and it never dries. It's really a pain. As you can see, it goes everywhere in my palette. So I started with, I think, this color and this one. It's the two you have here, this one being this one and this one being this one. It was my very first test for homemade watercolor, and I was very happy with it. The third one was this one, which is this one here. Brun Van Dyke. I think I made a spelling mistake here. I think it's doesn't write like, oh, it's not sticking. So you see it's homemade. It's not perfect, but it's okay. It's just for sketching and doing studies anyway. Here's some more watercolor making with a blue, this blue here that I really love. You can see I've already finished this half pan. I have other half pan, I believe. Oh, I don't know. I gave away some watercolors. Maybe I don't have any more, but I still have pigment, so if I want more I will be able to make some more. And here is, I believe, the first try on an actual character, and here this little sponge cat, half sponge, half cat. I don't know why. It just happened. Here is fan art for Lore Olympus. It's a comic on Webtoon that I really love. It's really good, and I can't wait to see how it will go between these two. I used, I believe, inks. Judging by the color, it's Colorex ink, and they're really vivid and bright, and it's just perfect because the comic is as vivid and as bright as it, even if it's done on the computer. It's very beautiful. If you have the chance to go read on Webtoon, I will maybe put a link down below so you can check it out, because it's a very good comic. This one was just a test. I think it is some wrapping paper from chocolate that I used as jewelry on her, ornaments. And here I tried my first outdoor painting with the watercolor I made. At first I only had blue and that ochre, this kind of, it's not ochre, it's sienna, raw sienna and blue, so my palette was quite limited, but you can see it's still nice, and it's a very nice palette. Blue and ochre. You can do sienna, burnt sienna and blue. It's a very nice palette. You can do a lot of stuff with it. Here it was a really nice part next to where I live. It's very beautiful. In fact, the little house here are of many different colors, but here I only had blue and brown, so here we have some more people from Reddit Gets Drowned, just to study and try these watercolors. Some more studies, and here I made a little chart that you can actually see in my video about watercolor making. I just tried all my colors, and once I had this yellow I could finally have green. And when you have green you can do landscapes that actually look like realistic landscape with the right colors, and it was really perfect for that day because I feel like I rendered the color quite close to what was in the actual reality. So I was quite happy to have that yellow, and you can see here there is very nice greens that I can only have with the mix of the blue here and the yellow here. You've got this kind of green that I really enjoy. Some study of a pine cone that I may still have here. Wait, I'm gonna grab it. See, I have this tree next to my house. It does this pine. It's really weird and soft in a way. It's really nice. I kept it, but I think the original looks prettier than my study. I could try it again someday. Oh, then you have, this was at a bar one afternoon. We went to have a beer, and there was some ladies here seated in this kind of home-crafted bench. This was September already. You see, in fact, between June here and September, I used another sketchbook because I felt there wasn't enough pages left for me to use during my holidays, so I prefer take another sketchbook that I actually have here. Also homemade. This is also fabric and print, test print from Linocut on fabric, and it's from my trip in Switzerland. So it's very interesting too, but I will keep it for another day when it's finished. So September we went to a medieval fair with medieval warriors and stuff like that. So I have two here, but I have more later. It's a bit of a mess because we are in June again here, and I don't think this painting were made with my homemade watercolor. I think it's my regular palette of Winsor & Newton. So we just decided to go really close to home and paint what was around, because we always pass right next to it and never paint it. So we said let's spend a day and paint what we have, like 2 minutes away from home. So this is close to home. Here as well, this house here, it's full of cats, and when I say full of cats, there is like 20 or 30 cats every time we go. Maybe not 30, but at least 20 or 15 cats. They are in pots, they are on chairs, on tables, they're just everywhere, and it's so cute. So each time we pass this house, we just paint. We don't paint, we've painted here, but each time we pass this house, we stop and count the number of cats and try to find all the cats in the pots and in the under the chairs and everywhere. Some more landscape and some tests. I believe these are also new colors I made. This one here is a more new color here. This one, really love it. It's very, very bright color. And here I just see this one here, this green. It's just the mix of this one and this one. I just took the two pigments and put them into one pen. So it's easier to have already a green ready to use than mixing the two colors. So here we spend a weekend at Île d'Oléron and Île de Ré, which are two rather big islands on the west coast of France. It's very, very nice and very touristy. So we spent 2 days there, 3 days I believe, and we painted a lot. I really like the reflection here of the little girl. It worked quite well. So here too I tried on gouache. I did these colored pages, but in the end I didn't like using them at all. It works on gouache, but my gouache isn't very opaque because I use dry gouache that I re-wet, and it's really hard to have a heavy paste that go over colors. So I ended up not using a lot of these pages like you saw on the previous portraits. Here we went to see fishes, a lot of fishes. It's not easy to paint them actually. We spent a lot of time in front of the sharks, and there was also these very, very shiny fishes with the sharks. It was great. More of these shark tank. There was also big fishes like this. It was maybe bigger than some sharks. It was really nice. Here are some more of the islands we went to see. It was very, very touristy. We had a lot of people here watching us paint. There was so much people, it was almost annoying. Oh, about that, I might have had some footage of this. If I find it, I will put it here right now. Maybe it would be a good place for me to put this footage, because I've had it for a while, since January in fact, but I never made a video about it because I don't know, I didn't feel like it. So if I find it, I will put it here. So do you remember a few pages ago when I talked about the medieval fair? Here it is again, not this one, this is just a random sketch, but the rest, there was birds during the fair, and they were fantastic. They were so cute, and there was a show after. It was a really small fair, but they still had birds, and the people who took care of the birds were really nice and really curious of the art we were doing. Some more painting of the fair, some people, some singer and musician, and this guy was doing wood objects like bowls and stuff like that, and the lady here was doing candles, so it was really nice. Look at this. This is, I don't know the name of the flower in English. This was really recent. I don't know if I put the date, but I think it was last month. It was last month. I will add the date somewhere because I like to know when I do my sketches, so I can remember exactly. So we went to the museum and painted some taxidermized dead animals. Dead animals. So it's great because it doesn't move. So it's really nice. I love how the fish turned out. Even if I could have spent some more time on the spikes, I still like it. Here, I don't know the name in English as well, but it's a crazy animal with a really long finger like this. Here we have some little birds, which was really nice. And this is a wild cat, but it would need a little bit more work as well, because I feel like we can't see some parts. I mean, here it's really hard to see. So here we have a little painting I did last week in the forest, and oh my god, what is hard. It was so hard. I still like how the background here looks like. It's really how it was. It was very, there was a green light, so it was quite nice. And here is the painting I did today, and I filmed the process, so I will put it at the end of the video, or right now. I think I will put it right now.
choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win, as the others do.
I spent way too much time on it, but I wanted to study the light. I had a picture next to me and I did my own character, and I just wanted to use the light on this character to see if I could manage. I made, I think, a mistake since the nose is too much in the light, but it's alright. It's been a long time since I did gouache. It's been since June and we are November, so it's been quite a while. This character, if you don't know this character, maybe, or maybe you do. It's a character from my comic Radiant. It's not out yet, but I think I talked about it in my previous video, but this comic will be out on the 4th of December for free on Webtoon and Tapastic. But for now it's already available on my Patreon to read. There is, I think, five or six chapters, maybe just 5, but the 6th one will go out at the end of the month. So if you'd like to read it, I will put a link to my Patreon, and you can just start reading it for $2. It's just the first pledge and you have access to it, so just it would be nice. It will also help me and support me if you're into that, but you don't have to. The comic will be free in December. And this is a few tests for a little painting I did, and this is the last painting the last paint, watercolor paint, homemade I did. This blue, the famous blue that goes everywhere on my palette. This one. See how pretty it is. And the red here that is just perfect for everything. The recipe was great, but the recipe changed with every pigment, so you can never know if it's going to be perfect or if there is going to be a mistake. I hope I can learn with time. So here it is. So yeah, next time I hope to show you this one, because it's the one that I will be using next, and I really like how it looks so far. See, there is still a lot of pages I used, like just this one during my holidays. See, I made forest and stuff, and it's very pretty. There is lots of pretty things in this one, and I hope to make it even more prettier with future paintings. So thank you so much for watching. It might be a very long video because I see right now that I am at 21 minutes of talking about my sketchbook, and I haven't even added the time-lapse of the painting and some videos of my holidays. So thank you so much for staying this long, and don't forget to subscribe and like, and go see some maybe other video of paintings that I did that you might enjoy if you like my style, and if you like watercolor and painting and all that kind of arty stuff. Thanks a lot again for watching. Bye bye.